Oh, hi all, welcome back to Bam Glam DIY. On my channel, you learn a lot of things on how to make your day-to-day DIYs without spending much. So today we'll be making body spray. Yes, you heard me right, body spray. I know you've been buying them from the market, Victoria's Secret and all of that. Body Philosophy, Dear Body. There is a whole lot of brand out there that is into making of body spray. And sometimes most of us try to make it, but they end up having a cloudy appearance. And then some use, I wouldn't suggest you make it with harmful chemicals like methanol. Please, that's a no-go area. We'll be making this to suit the skin, and so that if you spray it on the skin, you will not have a drying effect. So you see this very beautiful body spray I'm holding in my hand. Yes, I named this one Cherry in the Air. You can actually name and label as you wish. You can use any bottle size of your choice. I'm using a 100ml bottle. You can use any coloring of your choice. You can brand any way you want. There are actually some persons that are not struggling too much, that are into this fragrance business, both the eau de perfume, body sprays, car diffusers, anything that has to do with scents and fragrance. I know some persons that are into this kind of production, so I believe this video will benefit the person. So try as much as possible. If your family or your friend is into fragrance production, send them this video and tell them to follow and like my channel. Thank you. Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for not going anywhere. Just use a few seconds of your time to like this video. This is a very beautiful content and you will appreciate it a lot. Also, subscribe to my channel so that you'll be the first person to be notified whenever I drop in new beautiful videos. Meanwhile, I'll be combining some fragrance. I know you want to know what I'm using. So I'm using Love Spell by Victoria's Secret. I'm using Bite Me by Nature's Garden. And then I'm using Cherry in the Air. Cherry in the Air is also a fragrance oil. So I'm using fragrance oil that are already combined with different notes to have a very beautiful and spectacular outcome. This fragrance already exists on its own. That's why I'm using it, because I'm working on body spray. I don't want to make a single fragrance, and I'm making use of 18 grams of it. You wouldn't want to be smelling only lemon on your body. For those that want to say, please, can I use only lemon fragrance? This is body splash. Ladies want to smell nice. Guys that are using it also want to smell nice. So you can actually make use of those beautiful fragrance oil that you're already selling to produce this. So this is Polysorbate 80. Polysorbate 80 is an emulsifier, is a surfactant. It helps to blend in oil and water mixtures together perfectly. If you want to combine oil into water, we know that it will float, right? So you need something like an emulsifier to be able to blend these two mixtures together. In other words, you will not have anything floating on the surface. In a cheaper productions like air fresheners, you see us using something like Dexapon because it is widely reached, and those air fresheners, they are mostly used to clean the houses. So yes, it may benefit us there. But in body splash, you are spraying it on your skin, please use Polysorbate 80. Please use Polysorbate 80 and not Polysorbate 20. Polysorbate 80 is stronger than Polysorbate 20. 80 can give you a very good clear outcome compared to Polysorbate 20. Then we are going to be needing distilled water. And what is this distilled water? Do you know how distilled water is made? Distilled water is made by actually boiling a very clean water, and then the steam of the water is being collected. So this steam that is collected, called distilled water, is free from metals, is free from minerals, is free from salt, and is also even free from bacteria. That is distilled water. So the water you boil from your tap can actually be free from impurities or things like bacteria, but that doesn't mean it's free from minerals and salts and metals. These minerals and salts and metals can interfere with your production and thereby giving another reaction. Example, people living in the rocky area that have lots of calcium and magnesium in their water, they have hard water. So if you just boil your water, that does not mean that you have actually cleared the calcium and magnesium ions in the water. So thereby, if you use that kind of water to make this production, you may end up having a cloudy appearance, because the water you are using is not free from minerals and salts and metals. So please, you can just buy distilled water in the supermarket, or a chemical store, anywhere it is. You can see the one I'm using. That's a 1 liter distilled water, and it's sold for as cheap as 1,600 for one. Before, it was as cheap as 900, but the economy of Nigeria now, all the prices of chemicals is actually skyrocketing. So immediately you add the water, you see it give you the creamy, the cloudy appearance. So let's proceed. Watch and see how we'll clear it out now. Now you'll be needing an alcohol. This is where people start asking, please, can I make use of methanol? No, it's hazardous to the skin. Can I make use of denatured alcohol? Yes, of course, if you can find it. Can I make use of IPA, isopropyl alcohol, like the one I'm using, to replace your denatured alcohol? Yes, because a whole lot of percentage of your denatured alcohol is actually rubbing alcohol, which is IPA. IPA means isopropyl alcohol. Now, as you introduce this alcohol into the solvent that we have already, the solution, that we've already prepared, the solvent here is the IPA. As you introduce it into the solution we've already mixed together, you have it start clearing. You can see it from the video that it will just start clearing out immediately. Now you have your body splash made. If you want to go ahead and color, please feel free. But please follow this procedure the way I made it, and you have a very good outcome. Those that are into selling oil perfume business, you can actually make this and add to your collection of what you make. So in total, I used 134 grams of isopropyl alcohol. That was what I added, and then the whole solution cleared, and then you have an amazing clear body splash or body spray. And you can't make a body spray that is drying to the skin. People would not buy it. So you have to proceed into adding a humectant. You can use propylene glycol as a humectant from 5 to 10 grams for this recipe. You can use vegetable glycerin, which is more natural. You can use panthenol. There are so many humectants out there. Even dimethicone is also a humectant. So please, if you turn the back of your body spray and you see them mentioning all these names, know that they are serving as humectants. If not, if the person should spray the body splash or the body spray on the body, after some while, the person will start noticing some drying effect due to the presence of the alcohol in the recipe. So you adding a humectant to that will help to counter that reaction on the skin. So thereby, if the person finish using it, the skin will still be moist and then moisturized per se. Now you need to go in with your preservative. I'm using liquid Germal Plus at 1.5 gram. Around 1.5 ml of liquid Germal Plus will do for you. So just take it with your syringe and introduce. Secondly, if you're using denatured chemical, after production, leave it for at least 24 hours. Why, if you are using IPA or isopropyl alcohol, you need to leave it for at least 2 to 3 days. This will help to enable the alcohol feel or the alcohol frenzy to actually dissipate or reduce. So when you actually try to perceive this production immediately after making it, yes, you have that choking effect from the IPA that was used. So you need to give it time, pour it in. You can actually pour it into your bottles, but don't try to test run it immediately. Give it 2 to 3 days. You will now see the alcohol effect will die off, and then your fragrance will be improved. Using this quantity on the screen as I use will fetch you about 410 ml after production. So you'll be able, my bottles are 100 ml bottles, so I will be able to fill at least 4 of my bottles with a tiny little bit remaining afterwards with this quantity on the screen. So if you want to make a full 1 dozen, you have to make this recipe into 3 places. So you have 400 ml into 3 places. You understand? Giving you around 1.2 liters. So after which, please use spray caps. Use caps that you can spray, because people want to spray it on their body, not just pour it on their skin. And then you can color if you wish to. Today we are not coloring. Maybe we'll make another video where we colored it. You can tint it any color you want according to the market need, but most of them are normally in this color. And then you have to print your label. Make sure the labels should be more catching. If you want to sell a body spray, be into the body spray market, and you did not work on your label very well, nobody will pick it up from the store. What people picks up is the color, the art crafts on the label. The label should speak more volume, even if it is only vanilla scent. It should be well designed, well crafted. Give it to a graphic designer to design it very well. Cover the label front and back. List the ingredients at the back and at the front. Please, if you don't have money for those expenses, buy a mini printer, print your label and place it on. Thank you for watching my video right to this end. Thank you for subscribing to my channel, and I hope you will come back for more.